Are you winning, son? Son?
I'm not your son. Chapter 106 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 8, JoJolion finally dropped, after a month break from serialization. Despite the chapter itself being short, it was definitely worth the wait. So having said all of that, cue the intro. The chapter started with two nurses discovering an injured Josuke crawling inside an elevator. Then we quickly transitioned to the Higashikata estate, where Yasuo, Toru and the Higashikata family currently are. Yasuo unknowingly brought the invisible spin with her through Paisley Park, which resulted in Toru getting shot with it, sending him flying and causing major damage. This surprising turn of events led to the plane door suddenly tilting for some reason, which resulted in the plane door just barely missing Yasuo, sparing her from the calamity and the order of death. But the Higashikata family aren't as fortunate. The plane door crushed into their house, destroying their lovely home in the process. As Yasuo tries to get in contact and Josuke, Wonder View in human form, flees the scene as the two nurses watched him in horror, and eventually in calamity. Fortunately, Josuke gets in the elevator in time to answer Yasuo's call. Josuke explains to Yasuo what the invisible spin is, and how her Paisley Park helped it get to Toru. But as he explains this to Yasuo, Toru grabbed a Rokakaka fruit and eats it to hopefully heal his injuries through the equivalent exchange. Now with the objective to have physical contact with anyone, he sprints to Yasuo, but as he sprints, the true hero of this epic, Joshua Higashikata, blocks his path and gives one last heroic rush attack, to buy time for Josuke and Yasuo to set up an invisible spin. But unfortunately for our courageous hero, he is met with a calamity, possibly buying him a ticket to his last train home. But fortunately his efforts weren't in vain, as the sidekick Josuke throws himself in a pool of water, removing the obladi stand and the rock that formed in his face from his body. Now free from his painful handicap, Josuke sets up his invisible spin and successfully shoots Toru with it, saving Yasuo from an equivalent exchange in the process. As Toru is sent flying into the garage, he tries to crawl to safety, but his path is once again blocked, this time by a crying MILF. No, by a crying GILF. Kato Higashikata, who has been absent in JoJolion for 42 chapters, and in her much-awaited return we ask the question, is she an ally or just another calamity awaiting for Josuke and Yasuo? Please subscribe to the channel,